Hey there, before we jump into it, what if I told you the only thing standing between you and the life you want is you? Now listen closely. What separates your current reality from the life you envision isn't luck or talent. It's all about your mindset, the 1% mindset. It's about how you perceive the world, how you respond to adversity, and how you think when things get tough. That's what truly distinguishes the top 1% from everyone else. It's not about how much money they have or who they know. It's about the deliberate decisions they make each and every day. Let's be honest, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Bill Gates does, Elon Musk does, and so does that role model you admire. So the real question is, how are you spending your 24 hours? The 1% don't squander time. They don't allow distractions to derail them from their mission. They don't waste hours mindlessly scrolling through social feeds or getting lost in meaningless drama. They have a clear vision, and they're committed to showing up and doing the work day in and day out. Most people assume success comes from talent or luck. They believe the 1% are somehow gifted with something rare, something the rest of us just don't have. But here's the truth. It's not about being the brightest person in the room or the most naturally gifted. It's about being consistent. The 1% mindset is rooted in persistence, showing up even when you don't want to. Putting in the effort when there's no applause, no recognition, and not a single person cheering you on. It's easy to grind when everything's going smoothly, when life is comfortable. But can you keep moving forward when things go wrong? When setbacks knock the wind out of you? When it feels like the world is working against you? The 1% understand one fundamental truth. Real growth lies beyond your comfort zone. They know that if you want to achieve something you've never experienced, you'll have to do things you've never done. Most people crave the reward but resist the effort. They desire success but shy away from the sacrifice it requires. But the 1%, they welcome the struggle. They recognize that today's difficulties are shaping the strength they'll need for tomorrow. They're willing to invest in themselves, their learning, their health, and their mindset because they understand that those investments pay off in ways most can only dream of. The 1% mindset isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about striving to become your best self in every part of your life. It's about being a devoted parent, a loving partner, an inspiring leader. It's about building a life that aligns with your values, that motivates others, and that leaves a lasting impact. The 1% refuse to accept mediocrity. They don't stop at good enough. They aim for greatness, not out of a need for praise, but because they know their true potential and won't let it go to waste. You need to grasp this. There's no hidden trick, no exclusive secret that only the 1% possess. The reality is simple, but not easy. It's about having discipline. It's about bouncing back from failure. It's about rising every time you fall. It's about giving up short-term comfort to earn long-term rewards. Most people give up when things get difficult. Most surrender at the first sign of resistance. But the 1%, they keep pressing forward. They stay the course. They always find a way. Let me tell you a story. Picture a bamboo tree. When it's first planted, it requires daily care, watering, nurturing attention. Yet for years, there's no visible progress. Nothing sprouts. No indication that growth is happening beneath the surface. Still, you continue to water it day after day without results. And then, suddenly, the bamboo tree shoots upward, sometimes growing as tall as 90 feet in just a few short weeks. All that time, it was establishing roots, building a strong base, preparing itself for a burst of extraordinary growth. That's exactly how the 1% mindset works. You stay committed. You keep grinding, even when you don't see immediate outcomes, because deep down you trust that your breakthrough is coming. You must condition your mind to identify opportunities where others only see barriers. You have to believe in your mission, even if no one else does. And you have to stay consistent, putting in the effort day after day, even when it seems like you're not advancing. Because here's the truth. Every small move you make, every seemingly insignificant decision, is taking you one step closer to your destination. It's not about giant leaps. It's about steady, repeated actions that build momentum over time. The 1% understand that greatness doesn't come from rare moments of brilliance. It comes from what you do consistently. It's about the routines, the disciplines, and the habits that over time create something remarkable. Success isn't one dramatic event. It's a journey. It's not a single defining moment. It's the accumulation of countless smaller ones. It's about showing up, even when you're tired, discouraged, or tempted to give up. That's the real difference between the 1% and everyone else. So now you face a decision. Will you remain among the 99%, or will you rise up and claim your place in the 1%? Will you allow excuses to hold you back, or will you take charge of your life and pursue what you truly desire? The 1% mindset is rooted in accountability. It means realizing that no one is coming to rescue you. No one else is going to put in the effort for you. You're in charge of your own progress. Your success and your happiness are in your hands, and you already have within you everything needed to achieve them. Too many people go through life waiting for the ideal time, the perfect opportunity, the right person to show up and change their circumstances. But here's the reality. There is no flawless timing. There's only now. The 1% get that. They don't sit around hoping life will change. They take action. They create momentum. They make choices and move ahead. They know that the only way to reach their ambitions is through consistent forward movement, through persistence, regardless of obstacles. So today, I challenge you, stop waiting. Stop holding out for the right opportunity or waiting for someone to validate your dream. The 1% don't wait for permission. They create their own path. They take bold action. They back themselves. They accept risk. They make sacrifices. And they press on, no matter the obstacles. Because they understand this one truth. At the end of the day, what truly counts is whether they gave it everything they had. And here's one more truth you need to remember. Failure is part of the process. The 1% experience more failures than most, simply because they're willing to make more attempts. They don't view failure as a dead end. They see it as feedback, as growth, as a stepping stone that brings them closer to their goals. They recognize that each failure brings them a step nearer to success. They welcome setbacks, draw lessons from them, and use those insights to improve. You hold the ability to transform your life. You possess the strength to join the 1%. But it all begins with your mindset. It begins with the decisions you make each and every day. It starts with the belief that you deserve success, that you are capable of achieving greatness, and that you are committed to doing whatever it takes to get there. Let me ask you this. What is it that you truly desire? What kind of life are you striving to create? What impact do you wish to leave on the world? What legacy do you want to be remembered for? The 1% have a vivid picture of their future. They are crystal clear on their goals. They pursue their dreams with intent and purpose, and they are prepared to do what's necessary to bring those dreams to life. They don't allow fear to paralyze them. They don't let self-doubt derail them. They don't let roadblocks prevent them from advancing. They have a vision, and they chase it with everything they have. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for settling is over. Now is the time to rise. Now is the time to adopt the mindset of the 1% and start living the life you were always meant to live. The road ahead won't be smooth, but I can promise you this, it will be worth it. So stand up, take that first step, keep moving forward, and whatever happens, never give up. The 1% mindset is within your grasp. The only thing left to ask is, are you ready to pursue it?